The San Carlos Apache Indian Reservation landscapes include panoramic views of saguaro-studded deserts, high desert prairies, cliffs, red rock outcroppings, and alpine meadows. Known for its lakes, more than 1/3 of the reservation is forested, with a portion contiguous with the largest ponderosa pines in the world. The San Carlos Reservation, created in 1871, was the first Apache reservation made during the beginning of the famous Apache Wars. For the forced relocation of the Chiricahua Apache and other Apache bands, and also included the cultural unrelated Yavapai people. Evelyn Rope is an Apache traditional burden basket maker from San Carlos Apache Indian Reservation, which is along the Juan Bautista de Anza National Historic Trail. Several of her family's stories and its cultural history are told by Evelyn.
My name is Evelyn Rope. I'm from San Carlos Apache tribe. My clan is Agaya. It's on my maternal side. I'm born for the Disheen clan from my father's side. My great-grandfather is, I guess he's Spanish, but in the record they have it as Mexican. But back in the days when they were trying to hunt down Geronimo, he was a part of it. Originally, the Apaches found my great-great-grandfather through those Apache Wars. They stole him from the Sierra Madre area, Mexico, and they brought him to San Carlos at the age of maybe something like 5 years old. And ever since then, he lived the Apache life here, and he was taught Apache, the Apache way. As he became an adult, now and then he would go out to Mexico. He originally found his family, some of them, and from there he picked up his language again. And then he would come back to San Carlos and he would also speak Apache. From what I was told, that's what happened from stories from my relatives. That's what they said, that from him, his name was Emmanuel. From him, that's how he started Kettle Association here in San Carlos. There are some Spaniards that live in the Sierra Madre area. There's a group that live down there, and I think that's where my great-grandfather came from that group. His bio about him is all in the Smithsonian. You can't find anything here, but at the Smithsonian. Our family never really knew until a couple of years ago when an anthropologist came here to San Carlos, and he looked into it for me, and he found out that my great-grandfather's information is at the Smithsonian. Then my uncle, Zach Victor, he had told us when he was, before he passed, that the Spaniards came through here, through San Carlos, and there were like relics that you could find, and they belonged to the Spaniards. All he said is somewhere along the way, they ran into the Apaches, and the Apaches chased off those Spaniards, and Spaniards left a wagon full of gold here somewhere. Nobody ever found them. My uncle said that he had that opportunity to meet these Apaches that were not modernized yet. And so that's how he knew. And one of my aunt, she told me, I asked her, I said, well, I noticed that in one of the papers it said that my great-grandfather Emmanuel was Mexican. And she goes, no, Evelyn, he wasn't Mexican, he was Spaniard. I said, how do you know that? And she said, my mother explained it to me. He came from Spain, he's a Spaniard, he's not Mexican. So, so that's what I know.